Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today's review will be Blood in the Water 2022. Let's get into it. So subscribe to the channel, like the video while we get into this review. Whereas you can see right there, it says Saul meets Jaws, right? And that's partial to the truth of this story. So you might see some trailers out there. I don't even know really where this movie is at, but it might intrigue you enough that you might watch it. And it had a little potential, but it was real lackluster. Let's just go over the cast real quick. You got Hannah Ponting as Sarah Green. She like the main character. Brandon Jones plays as Cody. He like the second main character. Jamie Roberts is playing as Lane. Amanda J. Tyler plays as Pauline. Andrew Roth plays as Henry. Georgia Banks plays as Fogg. So what you got going on here is it jumps right into the movie. So you got some guys that wake up, they're in at a pool, and they're chained by the leg, and this machine is in the water, and once the timer goes off, it pulls them into the water, and there's a shark that gets released into the water, and the shark comes and chews them up. So that's where they're saying the Jaws part come off. That's weak. That's weak right there. That was weak. They shouldn't even threw the Jaws part in there. So they only saying it because it's a shark. From there, you have the storyline starts. So you see the main character, Zara, she gets grabbed. So she's home. She's even on the phone with the 911, and she still gets grabbed. And then she wakes up, and then that's when the storyline start happening. So the countdown, there's a 3-minute countdown. The person that talks from the intercom sounds like the Saul voice and everything, and basically he wants them to all tell their truth. They don't tell their truth, the machine starts again, pulls them in the water, they get eaten by the shark. So as these one by one, the characters are getting pulled in the water, getting killed, they all start to admit their truth, and you start to see how they all connect. Now it eventually gets down to 3 people, where you thinking the cop really didn't have anything to do with it. He was just being a cop, but then you find out he ended up being a dirty cop, and he killed somebody. He killed the main character, the person that was set this all up. She used him to go capture all the other people because he killed her boyfriend. The main character, Zara, why she was linked to it is because she witnessed it, and she didn't come forward and tell what she seen. Meanwhile, this woman had to go through the heartache. Her boyfriend got killed by this cop, and no one stepped forward. Then you had the other characters that played a role, where one character, he was selling cars, he was selling lemons, and it ended up the couple he sold a lemon to end up having a car accident, and one of the husband died, the woman ended up disabled. You had another woman where she was a caretaker for a man that had dementia. She baited him to make her power of attorney so that when he passed away, she would inherit his money. So overall, it could have been a good storyline. When it comes to telling that plot, where seeing how it all ties again, they did well with that. I like that part of the movie. But where it lacked at, when it comes to Saul, we seen like the gruesome killings. That's what made the movie Saul, like the whole shark thing. That part was that's where you like, because it was nonsense. They were chained up, and then they were set this electric shock to the shark they make the shark come in, and the shark comes in. Of course, it's a predator, comes in and feeds, snatch them up. That part, that that was the real true lacking though. So it's one of them BC movies that well, you don't know what the budget is to make it for them to do more. So other than line, the storyline was decent. At the very end, all that was left was Zara, and she's talking to the woman who put it all together, and then the screen just goes off, and you hear the noise that like the timer was restarting. So you don't know if she dies or she get pulled in the water, or if she was getting released. So overall, you could do without this movie. Save your time. Out of my 4-star rating system, I give this a 1.5. Wasn't the worst movie I watched, but it could have been better. Just save you the time. Told you what happens. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.